Here's the uncomfortable truth about self-improvement. Most of the time it fails. Why? Because we're so focused on changing our actions, but we neglect changing our thoughts. As somebody who has a real problem with overthinking and many other destructive thoughts, let me just tell you that you can't willpower your way out of negative thoughts that have been controlling the way you do things and think about things for years. Today I'm sharing 3 cognitive behavioural techniques that actually work. Not because they're trendy, but because they get down to the root cause of the problem and why we stay stuck. And I say this out of kindness, but these aren't feel-good platitudes. They are real tools therapists use to do real work that actually helps. The thought record. So next time you're in that mindset that's particularly negative, you're being cruel to yourself, you're not treating yourself with kindness or compassion, you're thinking that you're worthless or useless or pointless, write down what you're thinking about yourself. As horrible as it is. After you do that, let's look at it a bit more clinically. Clinically? You know what I mean. I want you to ask yourself a couple of questions. What's the evidence that this is true? What's the evidence that it's not? These sound like the most simple questions, but most of the time our self-sabotaging thoughts, they absolutely crumble under very basic questioning. So for example, you might be in a stressful situation, and instead of just accepting the thought, I'm terrible at everything, by asking these questions, by writing it down, you might realize that you're not terrible at everything, you're just frustrated at this one thing. Behavioural experiments. Test your limited beliefs with small, low-risk actions. For example, if you thought you suffered from social anxiety, try committing to giving 1 compliment a week, giving a stranger a compliment. The goal of this particular example, it's not to prove yourself wrong, it's to gather real data so you don't have to live in your own assumptions. Most of the fear about ourselves, it's based on a whole life of information and outdated information at that. The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding method for anxiety spirals. I've always thought of anxiety like a snowball. When it begins, it's really tiny and you push it from the top of the hill and it rolls down and it's pretty small and you can kind of ignore it, or it doesn't affect you that much. But the more time goes on, the faster it gets, it picks up speed, and also it gets bigger, it's picking up more snow and it's getting more destructive and it's getting more dangerous, and eventually at some point it's gonna smash into something and explode. And when you're in this anxiety spiral, there's a brilliant grounding technique. I've actually forgotten the name. I can't remember what the real name is, so we're just gonna call it the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique. When your brain starts screaming and your anxiety is starting to snowball, you're gonna call for backup. And the backup is your 5 senses. Sit down, stand up, go for a walk, it doesn't really matter. You're gonna look out for 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 that you can touch, 2 you can smell, and 1 you can taste. It doesn't matter what the things are, and it's not about positive thinking. It's about bringing your nervous system back to the present moment and reminding yourself that in fact, you're okay. You can't solve problems from a place of panic, but you can solve them from a place of calm awareness. Also, I just wanted to mention that progress, it's not linear. And I know some people think this is a bad thing, but I don't. I think it's good news. It's not a good idea to measure your self-improvement and how you're feeling day to day. It's much better to measure it and track it over weeks, months if possible. Bad days don't erase your progress. They're really valuable information that help you, in most cases, point to a particular trend that's not serving you. The goal is building resilience, not perfection. Goddamn perfection. The way I look at it, if you want to be visual about it, I'm a visual person, so this helps me, maybe it helps you too, is the stock market. So imagine it's not like a straight line like this, it's going up over time, but it's not just a perfectly straight line like that. Instead, it's like this, it's like zigzagging its way up at the top. So if you zoom in, like on some days it's going a bit low and other days it's going a bit high, and it's constantly up and down, but it's generally going in the right direction. Over time it's improving. That's real. That's exactly how it should be. So I wouldn't recommend trying all 3 of these techniques at once. Maybe just try 1 at a time now and again. See if any of them resonate with you. See if they help you. I really hope that there is something in there that does. Also, if you have a technique that you find really useful and you're okay with sharing it, please do pop it down in the comments. It could help other people, it could help me, and we can create like a really cool, supportive community here. And if you'd like more grounded and realistic personal growth content, please consider subscribing. For now though, YouTube thinks you might like this video next, so I'll see you over there and have a great day or night wherever you are. Ciao for now.